Willie's kind of the worst as far as damsel in distress. Everything she does just fucking goes against the narrative for what we're trying to accomplish. And then you're right in the end.
She just does nothing, bro. Like,
She doesn't, but it's all about the love interest, and that's why he keeps dragging her along. But you're right, at the end, whip her, hey, doll, like let's give her a kiss. And you're just like, kind of rapey, but whatever. It's the 80s, like, I get it, like, action hero, da-da-da. Like, whatever. But, like, if she was not in the movie, nothing is lost, I don't think. 2% is lost. Like it's so hard to be like, her not in the movie ruins the movie. You know, like, I'm not going to stand on that pedestal.
Yeah, I guess she's somewhat of the reason they even discover the temple. You know, because Willie's in that room and there's the entrance to it.
Yeah.
So there's that, but maybe they give Short Round and Indy 2 different rooms if she's not there.
I
would say worth noting.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wish she was dead.
I would say worth noting that this is where Steven Spielberg met Kate Capshaw, the one that plays Willie, and
then fucking married her.
Yeah, it is his wife to this day, so that's kind of fun. But anyway, what were you gonna say?
No, my general thing is just like I really wish the character would have provided more value. As the character being the character rather than just the character as a vessel to move plot points along. Because I don't think a character is only meant to provide plot points, but I think a character is meant to interpret and to be interpreted, by the audience. So I feel like her character neglects the part of being interpreted by the audience as a point of meaningfulness and can only be interpreted as a point to move the plot along. And that's just what the shame is because it felt like they did a really decent enough job of it through Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You know what is, if when they showed up to that village and they were eating, my perspective of her would have been 1,000. It would have turned 180 if she looked at Indy and Indy was like, I'm not really hungry, and she was like, don't disrespect them, and just started eating. And like flip that little thing, and they like maybe
because then it would have been like Indy, like he understands the culture, but he wasn't feeling it at that point. But she picked up at least some context clues, and was like,
and you're like, okay,
this is meaningful.
So then it's like, okay, she's at least compassionate to these people to know I don't like this and I don't want this, but it's gonna hurt their feelings if I don't do it.
You know what? Compassion is probably the right word. All of that lacked out of her character, and I felt like would have made her more meaningful throughout every interaction with every person she had throughout this movie. She lacked compassion entirely.
She's just selfish.
Yeah.
I feel like by the end she started getting some compassion for Short Round.
I was already done with her by that point.
Well, sure, but I mean, if you remember, Indy's fighting, the behemoth of a man,
dude.
right? And Short
no,
Round's like,
Indy's
no,
got
I gotta save him, and she's like, no,
that was
she didn't
so
want him to get
annoying.
hurt.
And then
All
she's
right,
like,
go save him.
Go help Indy.
Yeah. It was like, I don't know. Either like just pick a side and stay there with that one, because it's like, no, he's not going to do anything. He wasn't going to do anything in the beginning. It was like, so for you at the end to just give in and be like, yeah, go ahead. It's like,
go try.
I don't know about that.
Well, they probably did that for some little bit of comic stuff.
Sure.
In that, because it's like he's getting his ass kicked, and she's like, no, he's got it, he can do it. And then he comes back, and she's like, no, stay. And then he like really gets his ass kicked, and she's like, all right, yeah,
maybe
no,
you should help him.
Yeah. You're like, okay, ha 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 ha, like I get it.
Yeah.
So I understand that and why they did it, but still, overarching, what you're saying is right.
Yeah.